Hey, this is Jersey. You're listening to the Garden State.
Hopefully I get the intro right this week, because last time I got it wrong.
You could change it up.
What if we just start right now? Like, this is the start of the show.
It is. Check this out. You're listening to the Garden State, the only New Jersey podcast that gives you all the news you need to hear this week. My name is Josh Chomik.
I'm Jordan Morris.
And I'm Jimmy Parks.
Welcome back, everyone, to episode 160 of the Garden State podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for sitting next to me this week.
I know.
You're not Josh Sobo.
I know, but I love being in this spot. This is a totally different look.
Fellas.
You know what's funny? Jordan always sits next to you, just on the other side.
I know. I never get to see this side of his face.
I always have to turn right, and it's Jordan's face. Now it's like I'm turning left, and it's not Josh Sobo. It's Jordan. I was thinking about sitting in Sobo's spot for the first time ever.
Oh,
I just couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to it.
You want to swap right now?
No, I
Okay.
can't do it. In honor of Josh, our captain of the pod, I can't do that.
Does that mean I'm captain this week? 'Cause I'm in
No,
the seat?
absolutely. We're all like together. We're like the substitutes.
Okay.
We're co-captaining.
We're here co-captaining together. We have to come together as a force. We have to all three become one to really drive this thing to a place it's never been before. And we can't crash because then Josh is going to be very disappointed with us.
Yeah, I think he's not going to like this episode.
And we've done it a few times before, and I think we killed it. I think we crushed it.
Yeah, how many times? Maybe twice? Once?
With me, it's probably been like twice, but like, I don't know about you guys.
I think in total, we've probably done 4 episodes without Sobo. 4 or 5.
Something like that. He's
Yeah.
pretty consistent, but he's on a little side quest this week. He's currently in the sky.
What?
In the middle of the country. In an airplane.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear about his trip.
I think he's landing at like 10 p.m. at Newark, so he wasn't able to make the pod this week. He was on a little journey this week to a place called Canada.
Ooh, Canada.
He left the country on a little mission, and I think he'll tell us a little about it next week. I would love to. I don't even know what he was doing or how his trip was, so it'll be very exciting to hear. Do you guys like Canada?
I do.
Yeah.
I was just in Toronto a few weeks ago.
Best part about Toronto?
As of a few weeks ago?
Yeah. Like, why do you like it? You're on the spot.
I wasn't expecting this question.
It's a
I liked
simple
it because it
question.
snowed.
Jimmy, it snows everywhere.
Yeah,
That was
nothing
terrible.
special about it.
That was my favorite part about this last time that I was there.
Is it the food? Like,
I did have a good breakfast with my friend Cooper.
you probably had like a breakfast sandwich, like a
No,
normal breakfast sandwich, knowing you.
Nope. Me and Cooper, we went to this diner in Toronto, and I got a really good like omelet.
So,
Are they-
I thought you were going to tell us something Canadian. You can get an omelet here.
What's a Canadian
I
breakfast
was about to
food?
say, what is, besides like maple syrup?
I mean, get some
Do they have anything-
some poutine, bro.
Oh,
For
true.
breakfast?
Isn't that only...
Poutine, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, bro. It's like going to a diner and getting disco fries for breakfast. It's allowed.
Do they have that in Toronto? Is that popular?
What, poutine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Or is
such
that
a...
mostly in like Montreal?
No, Toronto too.
Okay.
I think like all of Canada.
It's like a big thing.
Yeah. Every time I go, you have to go get the poutine.
I've never really been anywhere besides like Niagara Falls in Canada. So
Oh, you never went further in?
actually, I've been to Nova Scotia too.
That's cool. I haven't been there.
I forgot about that.
What was in Nova Scotia?
That's where like most of my dad's family is from.
No
Really?
way.
Yeah.
So you're like, you got some Canadian blood in you.
Yeah, because my ancestors were British loyalists, so they fled to Canada, Nova Scotia. I know. I got a bad bloodline.
That's crazy.
When's the last time you were there?
When I don't know how old I was. I was little, so
You have to go back
I would love to go
now.
back.
Yeah.
Apparently, if you go there, a lot of the cemeteries, like it's just like my last name everywhere. There's Morris on
Really?
a bunch of headstones.
It is a very common last name.
Yeah, but
It's actually your family.
I think I'm pretty sure.
Super
'Cause I have a
popular.
lot of- yeah,
Look at you guys.
yeah. We own the.
I gotta
Nova
go. I
Scotia.
gotta go to Nova Scotia. I've been to Vancouver. I mean, I've been to Toronto, Montreal. Never been to Vancouver or like Nova Scotia or anywhere in the middle of Canada. Whatever's out there.
I would
Banff.
Banff.
I wanna go to those mountains.
Jasper. I want to go to Jasper so bad.
But yeah, we'll hear about Josh's adventure when he's back on the pod next week. Hopefully, he saw something really cool out there. But I know deep down inside, he missed New Jersey
Oh yeah.
so much, like all of us do when we leave the state. It's beautiful out there, but there's something so nice about New Jersey.
Feels like home here.
It is home. That's why I can't get myself to move.
Neither can I. Anytime I go anywhere else, I'm like, it's beautiful, but I'm like, there's just something,
Dude, I'm gonna
there's something
move,
off.
and I'm gonna be depressed that there's not a diner within like 5 minutes from me, or I can't get good pizza, or I can't get any type of food I want within like the blink of an eye.
Yeah,
and that's why Jersey is special. We have everything here.
There's something different about it.
Do you ever go on Google Maps in Canada and just drop pins places and see what it looks like?
No.
Did you drop a pin like in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah.
Is it just a mountain or forest?
I've been going around a lot, and this right here, it looks like a woods road that looks like you could find in South Jersey. Like it's
that looks like New Jersey. Look, it brought you back home.
Yep.
So we're back without our captain, our leader, Josh Sobo. Hopefully we make it through this podcast. I think we will. I think we got some good stories on the lineup this week. But before we get to the mailbag, any of the news stories, how about we go into a little weekend recap?
Weekend recap.
Jordan and Jimmy, what did you guys do this week or this weekend that was entertaining, exciting, something that will blow my mind?
So I had quite the Friday night, and I texted you about it.
Wait. I'm trying to remember because we don't really text.
Well, you text all the time.
It must be a
We're
big
great
deal.
friends.
We do. The movies.
The movies.
We went to the movies.
I went to the movies, and it was the craziest
Was it a
movie.
date night or was it like I'm going to the movies alone type thing or with my friends?
Well, I went with my fiance and her sister.
Oh, nice.
So, we went to go see the Minecraft movie.
Of course.
And it was
the hottest movie out right now.
the craziest movie experience I've ever had.
What theater?
It was in Cinemark,
In
XD in Watchung.
Okay.
Which have you ever seen XD at Cinemark?
What's XD? I've been
It's
to
like-
Cinemark.
it's like-
I don't know what XD is.
It's like their version of IMAX, where it's just a massive theater, massive screen.
During COVID, we rented out one of
I
the
forgot
theaters
about
at
this.
Cinemark there to watch Tenet with all our friends. So we had the giant room.
Yeah.
It was like 20 of us. It was awesome.
Yeah, so it's, the XD theaters are massive. So we
Yeah.
saw it in the XD theater, and just walking in, I mean, like, you just saw a million like middle school, high
course.
school age people. Just in the, I'm like, all these people are gonna be in the theater.
Yeah, they're gonna
And,
go
like
nuts.
everybody's just like expecting it, and when the person there scanned our tickets, they're like, please don't throw popcorn, and we're like, oh, we don't plan to.
Those poor workers, man.
I know, and
For context, listening, if you guys don't know the trend that's going around the internet right now with the Minecraft movie, there's a scene where they're in a wrestling ring or whatever.
Yeah.
And Jack Black says a certain line.
he says chicken jockey.
He says chicken jockey, and like just search for it online. You'll see viral videos of like kids just going crazy,
Yeah, the
throwing
entire
popcorn.
theater.
I saw someone throw a slushie at the screen.
I know.
And like police are getting called. Like theaters are like really pissed off about it because it's become a nationwide viral trend. So continue, Jordan.
Yeah, so that happened in our theater where
No way.
they, I mean, you could just feel the, anticipation at the beginning, and like
Yeah.
you knew it was going to happen.
Where, did you have some popcorn ready to throw, or
I
you weren't
didn't.
participating?
On like, it was like the left half of the theater was more like families, and the right half was all just kids.
All right, so you went away from the kids.
Yeah, but I mean, they literally had pizzas. They were throwing pizzas at each other.
No, that's
they were
terrible.
They were throwing full drinks, just buckets of popcorn. They had
Dude.
like armed security there,
Did you
kicking
get
people
hit?
out. I didn't get hit. No, because our side was
Nice.
safe. So like we picked the
But
right
they had
side.
security like kicking kids out.
Yeah, because like people were getting soaked who were like, I'm trying to watch this
I'd
movie.
be so mad, bro.
My family, and they're like covered in water,
Also-
covered in soda.
If I had some popcorn, like a large bucket of popcorn that these kids are throwing, dude, popcorn's expensive.
That's what I'm saying.
These theater foods are very expensive. Why would I want to waste what I just
Like,
purchased
a
to just
theater-
throw it up in the air?
A theater pizza's got to be so expensive, and you just threw it at somebody. Like,
Wait, these kids are all like 13, right? They're all like
yeah, it's all like
teenagers.
middle school, high school
That's
age. So
wild.
I'm like,
I guess it's a memory. Like that's
It
something
is. I
I,
mean, it
would have
was-
done if I was 13 years old.
I
can't
gotta
lie.
say, it was fun. Like,
Yeah.
it was just a fun atmosphere. Like, they're just going absolutely nuts.
Were
But
there other scenes that they went crazy, or is that just the main?
There's
the
a
chicken
whole bunch
jockey
of
scene?
scenes, but that's like the one that you're building up to the whole movie. Where
That's
like everybody's waiting for
crazy.
that scene. They're just gonna freak out.
So after the movie, you guys were walking out of the theater. Was it just a wreck?
Oh, it was a disaster. Yeah, I took a picture. Every single row was just covered
That's
with
so
popcorn,
bad.
covered with garbage. I was just like,
Those poor workers, man.
and I'm like, I'm hoping they give them raises or something to deal
did
with
you
all this.
see? It was the Regal CEO. I think he came out and said like, "This is awesome for movies. Like, we need
yeah.
like movies to be more interactive." He's like, "Keep the energy coming." Like he was encouraging it.
Oh yeah, because they're making
And
crazy
you have like
money.
every theater worker around the country being like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, I mean they're making crazy money. I think Minecraft was projected to make like 50 or 60 million the opening weekend.
Yeah,
they ended
no
up
doubt.
making like 160 million.
Wow.
So it was like insane.
That
And
compared to the Snow White
I
movie.
know Snow White was an absolute bomb.
Everyone was mad about that.
Yeah, everybody was upset about that movie. I refused to see
That's
it.
a
'cause
really cool movie theater experience.
It was. I'm like,
I think I would have went just to experience that as well, just to see. All right, are people actually going to go crazy, or is this like a select theater that happens?
yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to go see it. And once we bought the tickets, we saw like it was basically sold out. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's a Friday night
And
too. Everyone's
latest,
out.
It was the latest showing too. So I'm like, they had to have been
That's
dealing
what
with
kids
that
are
all
doing,
day.
man. They're out.
Yeah.
Their parents gave them $30. Here's your money. Here's your money for the movie and some snacks.
Yeah.
Easy. That's why they're throwing. It's not their money.
No,
It's
yeah,
their
they
parents
don't
giving
care.
them the money.
It's fun, but yeah, it was a cool experience. So I was like,
Overall, was it a good movie though?
no.
Okay, terrible movie.
I mean, it was just like dumb.
Okay.
It was like, you kind of turn your brain off and it's enjoyable.
Because I
but
saw
you're like-
another reviewer was like, yeah, like most of the kids were just like on their phones talking throughout the movie until the chicken jockey scene. That's when
Yeah,
everyone get nuts.
I mean,
and like,
I would say the first 5 minutes you couldn't even really hear what was being said in
'Cause
the
kids are
movie
just
because
talking.
everybody was just talking in the theater.
Wow.
So I was just like, I actually kind of want to see
I
it.
love that and I hate that.
Yeah,
it's
because nobody's
like,
there for the movie.
We gotta enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
There's something so special sitting at a movie theater and just sitting back and be like, all right, I'm about to take this whole movie in, phones away, not taking my phone out, and you have kids just on their phones, social media. So
that
it is
is
kind
not
of sad.
the movie for it.
That's really sad. Jimmy, you do anything fun this weekend?
I had a really good jalapeno cheddar bagel.
In Toronto,
Not in Toronto. I wasn't there this weekend.
where's it from?
That's was a good question. I'm not sure where it's from.
What do you mean you're not
just
sure?
showed
Did
up?
someone buy it for you?
Yeah. Someone bought it for me.
You know what's interesting? I was at the bagel shop a few weeks ago with a friend, and they were looking for a jalapeno cheddar bagel, but they only had like a jalapeno everything bagel. No, they had it.
Oh,
yeah.
I never even heard of a jalapeno everything bagel.
Yeah, so like, but they didn't have the cheddar, but the cheddar was also in the. It was very confusing, but it wasn't the bagel they
Interesting.
were looking for. But it was a good bagel, Jimmy.
It was an excellent bagel.
So that's all you have to tell us. That was your highlight of the weekend.
That was the highlight of my weekend,
I mean, there's something special about a really good bagel.
right?
I'm just mad, Jordan, that he didn't mention where it came from. You know, it'd be great.
I just can't believe
To
you
do
guys
some
know
I'm not sure where it
research.
came from.
You didn't ask.
No,
You just enjoyed the bagel.
I just enjoyed the bagel.
Well, let's investigate this, and maybe next week we can find out where this bagel's from.
What else did you do?
it's
We're
not
gonna have
good.
to go around to like every bagel shop in the whole.
Yeah, you gotta try all of them. And be like, this is it.
I saw my friend Mike Scarpato's band. He has a cover band called
Nice.
the Knockouts.
Jersey band.
That's a cool name.
Yeah.
Nice. It's another band to feature on the pod.
So I mean, they're just a cover band. I don't think they have any original music, but went to go watch them play.
Where at?
In Marlton, Chicken or the Egg.
What is that? Like a restaurant?
Yeah.
Like a bar?
Yeah. It's
Cool.
like a bar and
Cool
restaurant.
name.
It's dope.
Chicken or the Egg? Chicken and the Egg? I don't know. It's one of the two.
If you're from Marlton, let us know how chicken and the egg or the egg.
Chicken or the Egg, that's
Chicken
it.
or the egg
And
is.
they call it Chegg for short. Like,
Is that what the locals call it?
yeah, we're going to the Chegg. And I think the original one was like on LBI or something. I think it's a chain.
Very cool.
But yeah.
Very neat.
What a weekend. What about you?
Well, like I said on last week's episode, it was one of the greatest weekends of the year, top 4 Masters weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And Sunday to watch the last day of the Masters, we made a video over at Birdies and Lattes in Edison, New Jersey. Really, really awesome golf sim spa / cafe. Amazing bite-sized foods, amazing coffees. While you get to play golf. So we played Augusta. We did a tournament there and we cooked. We actually did really good. And we watched the Masters. And then we finished that and I got home and watched the last hour watching Rory win. It was one of the, I know you guys don't watch golf.
Oh, I
So you
did
guys are
see
not
that. I did see
affected
that.
by this like I am, but like Rory McIlroy, he completed the Grand Slam. So he won the Masters and it was just a huge moment. I was rooting for Bryson the whole time. So like I didn't want Rory to win. I was like a Rory hater. But then seeing him win, I was like, you got to give props to the guy. This is legendary. Only 6 other golfers have completed the Grand Slam.
So with golf, what makes you a fan of a person? Because like every other sports team, it's like they're from a particular area. So you're usually like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm fan of the Devils because they're from New Jersey. What makes you like somebody in golf?
Their
Is it like
personality, the way they play. Bryson, for example, I love him because he also makes YouTube videos. So he's very interactive with the fans. So you see him like after every hole, even if he gets a bogey, he's high-fiving the kids. He's signing golf balls. He's saying hi to everyone.
That's cool.
And everyone's like, oh, that's his downfall. He's not focused. That's why he lost. Maybe, but he was doing it all weekend and he was killing it. And I think he's a big personality and he wants to grow the game. There's a lot of people who hate him for his past. He used to be more of a jerk, but now he kind of changed his image and he's awesome.
The main thing I know him from is that one video of him with the little wire that he lifts up. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, where he fell over over the rope.
Yeah, where it's like hit him in the head or something. He
that was
takes
a bad video.
He's just like slamming his
Yeah,
head
he's
on
like
the ground.
freaking out.
That is
Pretty humiliating.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. It was a bad incident. But yeah, it was a really good Masters, very emotional. Huge for every golf fan. I thought it was a really good Masters and it was a great weekend overall. And I ran on Saturday. It was raining. It was a cold, rainy day.
Still sticking to that, huh?
Yeah, this past week was so windy again. Yeah, but this weekend, everybody, it's going to get into the 80s.
Yeah.
Saturday is going to be 80. I don't know about Sunday for Easter Sunday, but I don't think any rain. I think it's going to be a nicer weekend. So finally, hopefully spring sticks around. I think if everyone living in Sussex County, North Jersey, last weekend, they got like 6 inches of snow. What day was that, Jimmy?
I think it was over the weekend. I think it was like Saturday night into Sunday.
Yeah, I saw pics coming out of like High Point State Park and like there was like 6 inches on the ground.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you sent that.
Crazy.
Like,
it's
wild
like, dude, it's mid-April and we're getting 6 inches of snow. And people are like taking photos in their backyard. I'm like, I was kind of jealous that we didn't get snow down here.
That would be cool.
We just had that cold. I was running on Saturday and it was sleeting. There was sleet
really?
hitting my face. I did 3 miles around the track and I was like, this is brutal. Yes. Because I'm on a schedule for my running and that was a day I couldn't take off.
Wait, you're actually doing like a training thing?
And I don't know what I'm doing, Jordan, but I started running 2 weeks ago when I said on the pod.
He told me this morning that he ran 5 miles.
I did 5 miles. I did 5 miles in a 9-minute pace today.
That's really good.
Yeah, but they say it's not good. No, I mean like the boy Josh was like, yeah, like you're gonna hurt yourself.
Well, yeah, I mean that
because I'm not.
You're not like easing yourself into it. I mean, you're kind of just.
I know, but I went with my friend Anthony. He pushed me, but he's like, just stick to your 9:30 pace. Don't try to push it. And like, I don't know. I get excited when I'm with my friends after the first 2 miles. I'm learning with running. The first 2 miles are the worst. After 2 miles, your body like starts getting used to it. I'm just like, all right, I'm ready to keep going.
Yeah.
And eventually, I want to gain distance, but I know I have to slow my pace down. But I'm also monitoring my heart rate, and my heart rate's pretty good. So I'm not even in zone 5. And they say like, we're talking zones now. Look at me.
I know you know your stuff.
I don't know. I like running. I start the day. I go running like 5:45, 6 in the morning while no one's outside.
Yeah.
And it's so peaceful. And I feel good after. I'm home by 6:30 and start my day. And it's just like, I feel so alive. So I do 2 days running, 1 day off. So yeah, Saturday I had to run and it was raining. So I was like, I'll just go to the track, and I ran and it was sleeting. So
have you gone to Fleet Feet yet?
I don't know what that is.
Really?
Is it a shoe store?
Yeah. Where you like step on their little pad where it tells you like all the different pressure points in your foot. It measures your foot exactly
To get a mold for a shoe?
Not a mold, but it gives you like recommendations for the best running
Where
shoes
is it?
and insoles in Westfield. They have a couple. I think there's one in Summit too.
I'm not that heavy into it yet. Maybe
it seems like you are. You're running 5 miles.
Well, because I had fun. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I had fun doing it, and I felt good. But like Josh said, like I can't do that. I don't know. I can't do that too quickly, or else I'm going to hurt myself.
Well, I mean, I did it really quickly at one point, and I didn't hurt myself, so I think you can.
What did you do to hurt yourself? Remind me.
Oh, I didn't hurt myself, but I
thought you said
jumped
you did.
from the most I ran was 4 miles, and I just jumped and randomly ran a half marathon.
Oh, nice. And what? You hurt yourself?
No, I didn't.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Okay, I thought you said you hurt yourself.
No, I'm saying you. I mean, you could. Like, I did it and didn't hurt myself.
So. That's why Josh was like, yeah, you're going to start running. You'll run a half like this year. Like, no problem. And now, like, after doing 5 miles in like 9-minute pace, like around that, like, I think I can if I slowed myself down.
You slow yourself down.
I just have to like do it one weekend at like a 10-minute pace just so I don't kill myself.
Yeah, even
And
11
slowly
minutes.
get into that's just hard for me because I'm like in my mind I'm like I want to get this done with, so I'm going to run faster. But I'm like I have to be in the moment.
Yeah, you got to intentionally slow
And
yourself
once
down.
again, shout out to all the people coming in, following me on Strava. I'm following everyone back. I'm so amazed by like seeing what everyone's like.
How many
training.
followers do you have now?
I got like 23 followers.
Nice.
Yeah. I only know 4 of them or 5. The rest are like people who listen to the pod. So thank you guys. It's very encouraging seeing what everyone's doing. There's some quick, fast runners following me.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm like, dang.
What
I'm
about,
slow.
are there any like super long distance?
Maybe. I haven't really dug too much into it. I just see what's popping up in my feed. But like one of my friends was like, you should start like a Garden State Run Club.
I was actually thinking that. Where I was like, that would be kind of
Anthony
cool.
said that today, and I was like, all right, Anthony, if you want to run it, I'll be a part of it. Just you gotta lead that.
That would be cool. I was just
How
thinking
do
that
run clubs
over
work
the
though?
weekend.
If everyone runs at different like paces, do you guys like all just run together?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you keep the same pace.
Yeah.
But like, what if we're like someone's like really slow?
Well, it's like
Like
the
me.
whole point of it is like running together.
But like, what if everyone's a different? Like, what if like someone?
I mean, the good runners are going to slow down.
Like, what if someone's running normally a 7-minute pace, and like we have a person running a 12-minute pace?
Then they move on to the next run club.
Yeah.
No,
they
but,
go
like,
to the
see,
worst.
that's why. Like, how do you
No,
get
but
everyone involved?
You're gonna take the faster runners are just gonna slow down because the whole point is to be running with.
If
people.
you are a runner and you guys want to do like a once a month like meetup or something, run. I don't even know how run clubs work, to be honest.
I think they're weekly. I think they do it like
Well, yeah, but
yeah, I
you could
think they
probably do
usually
it
are
monthly,
weekly.
but like,
there's no rules.
Call into the mailbag. If you follow me on Strava, just search my name. I don't know. Talk to me about running. Tell me what I need to know, what I shouldn't be doing, what I should be doing. It's always great to hear advice and encouragement. But I'm excited. I want you to get back into running. Like, I don't like seeing
I
your
want
Strava
to.
dead. I'll run with you. Let's go.
All right,
You just have to wake up at 5:30 with me.
we'll do 5 miles
Oh, it's so much fun.
at
I'm
a
working on it slow.
at a 5-minute pace.
That's impossible
No, it's
for me.
not.
I will die. I will have a heart attack immediately.
Well, maybe.
All right, guys, let's get into the mailbag. We've had a bunch of people call into the mailbag. Thank you guys so much for checking it out. Jordan, if people wanted to call into the mailbag, how can they do so? Put your mouth to the microphone.
Here it is.
908 67 99 99 3.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Brendan calling in. Just wanted to say, nothing really to do with this week's podcast or that you guys have been talking about, but I was driving through your neck of the woods just one day this week for work, and I saw, seems like they're shooting a TV show in Westfield. I noticed they're like a whole block they had behind downtown Westfield on like the residential area blocked off, and they had, you know, huge tractor trailers that like had the backs outfitted with like stuff in them, and a bunch of people walking around with like radios and headsets. And then I noticed a bunch of like trailers, like, you know, the trailers all the actors and stuff would go in the Lord and Taylor parking lot. So had the wife look it up, and yeah, the Netflix is definitely filming something there. And which brings me to the point of started watching Severance, and I gotta say, not only is it a crazy show, but it's really interesting to see, you know, a place that I know and right around the corner from my house, you know, on a TV show. It's pretty neat. You guys have a good one.
Thank you for the call, Brendan. Funny enough, basically everything you just said in your mailbag, Jordan texted me. Basically word for word
yeah.
the other day, being like, I drove past a movie set in Westfield.
Yeah.
So Jordan, can you tell us anything? Did you do any research? Did you look into this movie set? What's going on in Westfield?
I did. So I looked into it because I was curious where they're actually filming, because I saw at Lord and Taylor it was just
The whole lot's just
the
filled?
entire lot is just filled with cars,
Cool.
filled with like tractor trailers and all kinds of
So
like
it's
actual
got to be
trailers.
like a TV show or like a movie, right?
So I looked. It's a Netflix movie.
Oh.
Apparently, it's called The Whisper Man.
Nice.
And it's funny that he mentions Severance, because Adam Scott, who's the main guy in Severance, is apparently in the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
So they said it's, they mentioned someone from White Lotus is in it too, like some other big actor or actress, and then Robert De Niro.
Nice.
So it's like,
Some big names.
Yeah, some big names in
Cool.
it. But yeah, I drove by. They were filming at Wilson Elementary School, which is like just outside of downtown Westfield.
Got
it
it.
was just like crazy, the amount of people there. And
Yeah.
they had the cops had the whole area like closed off. There's buses. There's,
Is it?
All kinds of trailers there too.
Do you think they're filming at the elementary school because it's spring break and no one's there?
Yeah, that's
why?
definitely why.
Okay, I just realized that.
But they're also filming the other day. They were filming on Dudley in Westfield. They're
just
filming
street.
Yeah, they were filming at a house there because one of the days, like a week or two ago, I drove by there too, and the whole street was just lined with. I'm like, why are there so many people? I'm like, I drive down that street all the time. I've never seen this many cars on this road. I'm like, are these commuters who are parking this far? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
New Jersey's the new Hollywood, man.
Yeah, and then I just texted you today about. They're filming at Blaze Pizza and Clark too, which is like
really.
Yeah.
Why would they choose Blaze Pizza?
I would say I would guess it's a commercial for Blaze. Like they're not filming a movie at Blaze.
Blaze Pizza, right?
But also, like an hour after Jordan texted me that, my boy Sam texted me being like, "There's like a huge production movie set in front of Dunkin' on Inman and Edison." Like he drove past them. I was like, wait, Jordan just texted me about Blaze. You're texting me about Dunkin'.
Yeah.
I guess they're filming a commercial for Dunkin' there, but like, listen, they're filming everywhere in Jersey right now.
I know.
In Morristown, I saw J-Lo was with the police department. They're filming somewhere up there too. All within this week. Like so much is happening in Jersey when it comes to movies and TV shows and commercials. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is wild. I'm like, I've never seen.
It's like LA over here, man.
Yeah. Like,
who needs Los Angeles when you have New Jersey? They're shooting everything over here. I can't wait to see Happy Gilmore too. How most of that was filmed in Jersey. We saw so many clips over the summer of them filming. So that's coming out, I think, in June or something soon.
I still want to watch A Complete Unknown. Did you ever see that?
Oh yes, I just saw it twice.
Was it good?
So good.
Which one's that again?
It's the Bob Dylan movie.
They filmed a ton of that here too.
Yeah, Echo Lake. Yeah, we have to watch that.
It's so good. And then as for like the festival scenes, I'm like, oh, I've went sledding down that hill at Echo Lake Park.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's the best of watching these Jersey movies. You're like, wait, I know this spot. I know this spot.
No, you'll recognize so many places. Like the intro scene, they're supposed to be at Greystone, but they're really at the Essex County Isolation Hospital in Belleville. Then after that, they're on the Pulaski Skyway.
Nice.
Then they're in Hoboken.
I know they were in Cape May. I saw
Cape May. You see Congress Hall.
All New Jersey, guys.
Yeah.
All New Jersey. That like whole movie.
See, a lot of people don't like that. They're like, stay out of Jersey. We don't want Hollywood here. But I think it's cool how like you get to recognize all these spots in all these movies and TV shows.
Yeah, it is. It is a little cool.
And possibly a Dunkin' Donuts and Blaze Pizza commercial.
Yeah, I'm really curious about.
Like,
the Blaze
I highly
Pizza
doubt
one.
they're going to film a movie or a TV show at Blaze. It just doesn't make any sense.
No, but it was like a fairly big production. Like it wasn't,
Yeah.
I mean, they had some trailers there. They had
Same with the photo I got from Dunkin'. Yeah, it looked pretty legit. So
It's so funny. I'm like, who knows what
Jersey's
they're doing?
the spot. Brendan, thank you so much for calling about that. We were going to talk about it. So I was like, I went through the mailbag today. I was like, oh my God, Brendan just mentioned this. We have to talk about it. So thank you so much for the call. We got one more call here for you guys. This one is from our boy, Wade.
Yo, what's up? Josh, Jimmy, Jordan, how are you guys doing? This is Wade Thompson from Galloway, New Jersey. I just wanted to call to pitch in on the gasoline topic.
Hot topic.
I was just thinking after listening to all the different stories here on the podcast about pumping our own gas, and there was that HR person, what was her name? I think it was like Karen or something.
Ashley,
talking about how the attendants can get in trouble. What does it take in New Jersey to start a revolution of pumping our own gas? Every time I go to Wawa, I just get right out of the car. They start to walk towards me, and I just tell them, no, we're good. And they're usually like, oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. But what does it take in New Jersey to start a revolution or a petition or something? I think it starts with you guys. And I think you guys should take this to the next level and take it to our politicians, because I'm ready to stand up for my right to pump my own gas here in the Garden State. And, I'm ready. If you guys start the fight, I'm there with you guys. I'll fight with you. So, I appreciate pumping my own gas, and I hate the New Jersey stereotype. They look at you like you don't know what you're doing, but I know what I'm doing, and, I'm ready to stand up. So, yeah, curious what you guys think about that. Are you ready to start the revolution? But looking forward to your opinion, fellas. Like always, love the pod. Been listening from the beginning, and let's start the revolution.
Ooh.
Are you ready to start the revolution? Thank you for the call, Wade. That That put a smile on my face. I love how this gas pumping story has not ended. Like, I feel like every week someone calls in about this topic, and it's such a hot topic. And we have listeners like Wade here who are very passionate about pumping their own gas.
Yeah.
And what do you guys think? Do you think we should actually step it up, lead this revolution to, have New Jersey pass a law where, we have the hybrid stations where half the pumps are for self-pumping and then the other half are for, a worker to pump your gas for you?
I think it should just be decriminalized, pumping your own gas.
Which it technically is. Like, you're
It
not
is,
going to
but,
get
like, you
arrested, but like we
could.
said, like, we can
There
get
is the
the
option.
attendants in trouble. That's what Ashley said.
And there is the potential you could get fined, or the gas station could. I think they should just get rid of that. Keep it the way it is, but get rid of that.
So then people could just pump without any.
So it's not like so don't encourage people to pump their own gas.
But if they wanted to, nothing would happen.
You could.
And the workers wouldn't get in trouble.
That way everybody's happy. Yeah. So it's like if you want to pump your own gas,
it's just not that easy though. They can't just do that.
Why not?
Because then all these safety laws come into play, Jordan. You know how it works.
We're the only state.
Someone's going to spread, like I said last week, someone's going to take the pump and spray gasoline everywhere by accident. I don't know. We've seen the viral videos. Not every station is smart with the smart pumps where it's not going to do that.
Well, then
and that's
make that the law.
I think it's ridiculous, but that's New Jersey. They're so overprotective about some of these things, and that's why I can never see that happening.
It just seems silly because like one of the things that I remember last week or the week before, they were saying like the attendants are like trained to do it. I'm like what exactly are they trained on?
Yeah.
Is it just like the emergency shut off or whatever?
You're just putting your card in, taking it out, selecting regular.
That's what I mean. There's like
grabbing the pump, put it in your car, and you're done.
What kind of safety trainings do they have to go through? It's like don't light a match.
It's a mystery. I would love for a gas attendant to call in. Yeah, that's the person I want to talk to. That's the person I want to hear from.
We have friends who used to be gas attendants.
True. I could ask them to call in.
Yeah.
Yeah, to share their opinion. You're right, Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
But they're retired. They're ex.
That's fine.
They're ex gas.
They're veterans.
Do you think like they have to sign something? Like they can't say certain things?
Probably, more than likely.
Because I don't know if they're going to want to call in. I'll tell them they could deepen their
sign
voice.
An NDA.
Yeah, they don't want to get in trouble.
No, I wouldn't want to get in trouble either.
But you know how there's like all these protests right now going on throughout the state of New Jersey? Like I drove past a Tesla dealership last weekend, and there was like so much traffic on 22. I'm like, why is there traffic? I have to go golf, and it was just like hundreds of people at the Tesla dealership in Springfield.
What time was this, or what day?
It was like 11 on 2 Saturdays ago.
Oh, okay.
And like there were the picket signs, like everyone was protesting, and literally like I thought there was an accident, but it was just people protesting. That's why everyone was slowing down. But we should be doing that at gas stations.
You think so?
Wade would show up.
Oh yeah.
We have us three right here. We have Wade. Josh would show up. That's 5.
That's
all
a small
it takes.
army.
That's all it takes to start the revolution.
That actually would be cool.
All it takes is one little drip of gasoline.
Okay, don't
to
use
start
that
an
analogy.
No, but I'm saying analogy. All it takes is one little small army to just blow up.
That's a bad analogy because.
But I wanted to keep it on the theme of pumping
But that's
gas.
why they won't let us pump our own gas.
That is true, but it won't happen because
we'll be trained,
and we've done it so many times before. Wade, I love the idea. I would love to see it happen. It just takes a lot of manpower to get this revolution started. And if Jordan's not trying to stand up and do this, then I can't wait to hear what's next. When's our first meeting?
Decriminalize pumping your own gas.
All right, let me know when we're going to show up with the picket signs and when we're going to show up to what gas station.
That would be a good video.
That would be a fun video. Like if we just got like a bunch of us just to with the picket signs and protesting, we make it like a whole news story feel like protesters show up to.
I bet we could actually
Wawa gas station to.
We could probably get legit news stations showing up too.
But you know what I was bummed about when we posted the video about this, about like New Jersey possibly allowing it? So many comments were like, "No, I hate this."
Yeah.
Like most of the comments were like not about it, which I was shocked about. I was like, I feel like a lot of people would be like for this. But I feel like most people in New Jersey hate the idea.
I don't know. It's such a Jersey thing, like not having to pump your own gas. So
That's
I feel
why
like people are so attached to it. But that's why I'm saying, like, if you just decriminalize it, just give people the option.
I like that.
Don't encourage it, but the option's there. Like if you just want to do it real quick yourself,
Good idea, Jordan.
You're not getting in trouble.
I'm just gonna butt in here real quick because it's topical. Josh Sobo just texted us and said, "You guys got to watch the Bob Dylan movie if you hadn't already. I didn't know Woody Guthrie was in Greystone, and Bob Dylan went to visit him."
I love how Josh just texted us that.
That's so funny.
Yeah, Jimmy, right back to him. Just say like we just talked about this 2 seconds ago on the podcast, and tell him we miss him, and tell him if he wants to call us from the airplane, we will answer his call in the middle of this podcast.
Could you imagine that?
I could just see a picture of Josh like taking a trip to the bathroom in the plane just to try to get some like peace and quiet. You just hear like
You're
behind
knocking
him, right near the motor. Anyway, guys, should we get into these news stories? I could chat with you boys all night.
And we're yapping.
And we have a lot of news to cover.
I'm excited about this first story.
Me too. I'm excited about all these stories. So yeah, let's get into it. Maybe Josh will give us a ring mid-podcast. Probably not, but we can hope. A mysterious object described as a giant fireball fell from the sky in New Jersey, damaging an auto shop. Did you guys hear about this?
No,
like
I didn't hear about this.
Alien, like a UFO, some are saying, came from the sky, crashed into this auto body shop. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but like the town is talking about it. Everyone's freaking out because no one knows.
The whole county is riled up.
The county's riled up. No one knows what this object was.
It sounds like the plot to Chicken Little. Do you remember that movie?
Oh,
The sky is falling?
I remember. I think I saw it like once when I was young, but I forgot the plot. But yeah, the sky's falling.
Yeah, the sky's falling.
Like I am actually curious what this object is, and I can't wait for them to actually find out and do some research into it. But this all happened in Magnolia, New Jersey. In the small town of Magnolia, New Jersey, there's a lot of talk about a giant boom heard early Wednesday morning. Around 2:30 a.m. Wednesday, residents were woken up by the sound. When Sebastian Leonardo arrived at his auto body shop later that morning, he noticed a giant hole in the ceiling. When employees climbed up to look at the damage to the roof and ceiling, they saw where the unidentified object had made impact. A sizable dent in a thick steel gauge box. That's when I went to all of my cameras and found the video and realized what had actually happened. A flash outside and the impact in here, Leonardo said. Surveillance footage from cameras in and outside of SNL Automotive shows the moment something collided with the building. You eventually see a giant fireball come through the ceiling and everything comes flying down the roof with it. This is terrifying.
Do you think it's a meteor?
I mean, what else would it be?
I don't know. When I first heard about this
sounds
story,
like a meteor to me.
when I first heard about the story, do you remember? This is probably about a year ago now. There was like ice from an airplane that fell onto someone's car. That's what I immediately thought of. But
yeah, except this was fire.
I know that wasn't a fireball. That was the exact opposite.
Exactly.
Didn't we do a story about a fish falling from the sky too?
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, how did that one?
They said it may have been a bird or something,
Yeah, like
right?
an eagle or something was holding the fish and it came crashing down on a car.
Yeah.
Do we think this could be a fish?
You get it all in Jersey. A fish on fire? Maybe.
A fish ball.
I have no idea. Like the video is absolutely insane and the boom is like crazy loud. That's the thing. Like what was the boom? Like it exploded?
That's what I'm saying.
Like a meteor wouldn't explode.
Well, no, it's coming down from space.
So
It's
I guess
going
high impact.
Yeah. And then it's like anything. If you throw a rock at a wall, it's going to make a noise.
Yeah, it says it hit like a steel something.
steel gauge box.
Yeah, so
Several doorbell cameras at homes around the town captured video of the incident. There's a big, bright flash. There's a boom. There's a hole. That's 3 out of the 4 things. If we had one more thing, like an item that we could identify as being extraterrestrial, then we might say it's something from space, astronomer Derek Pitts of the Franklin Institute said.
wow.
Maybe it was an alien. A Magnolia resident said it was enough to wake her. Neighbors were on edge. It was really, really loud. The sky, the big bright light, and the big bang, it was big, Denise said. SNL was hard at work Friday, but planned to spend the weekend combing through debris and sharing their Big Bang theory. This is really a once-in-a-lifetime thing, I imagine, Leonardo said. So yeah, this entire town is pretty shaken up by this incident.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I mean, it's pretty special, you know, like how often does a meteor come flying down and crashing into a town?
Yeah, and luckily it didn't hurt anyone because that's kind of scary. Like it could just come down. And just
I wonder if like people
Go through your
actually
roof.
came in to investigate what it was, or is it just the SNL automotive guys cleaning it up? Because like, what if it was like something like, I don't know, it could have been like a terror attack or something. Like,
I don't think it was.
no, I'm just saying.
Well,
like,
I mean, no, I
mean,
agree.
chemicals going into the air and all that. Like, they don't know what it was.
Because if I was a terrorist, the first place I would attack is
SNL.
Oh, don't let them hear that, bro. It's interesting. I think like we have to come to the conclusion that it was either an alien from outer space or it was a meteor.
Well, it sounds like Derek Pitts of the Franklin Institute is on it.
Well,
That sounds like that's
I think the
his thing.
astronomer here is saying that there was nothing extraterrestrial.
Yeah.
So it has to have been a meteor. But like, how often do meteors come crashing down?
I think all the time.
It's
I feel
Earth.
like it's
You ever
fairly.
hear about a meteor shower?
Yeah, but they don't make it down to the ground.
Yeah, so this one
Most of
didn't
them
either.
don't make it that far.
This one didn't either. We can't find it. It never made it to the ground.
Wait, they can't find it?
What do you mean? It came to SNL Automotive.
Yeah, but they can't find the actual object.
So they just had the debris everywhere.
Yeah.
So it disappeared.
They don't know what
Also,
it...
probably just turned to dust or something.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I mean, it's a ball of fire,
Yeah.
Well, that's what it was. It was just a fireball.
a fireball.
That's
Yeah,
it.
but-
Okay,
We solved it.
how often do fireballs come raining down from the sky?
But it's a rock that's on fire.
So a meteor.
Yeah.
But where's the rock then?
It disintegrated on impact.
Then what? Yeah. Okay, so maybe that's what happened.
That's what I'm saying.
You were saying they're looking for whatever this object is.
Exactly. They can't find the object.
So it was probably a meteor. They
that's
should
what
just-
I'm saying.
Okay, Jimmy, you could have put it into like better wording. It was a little confusing.
That's Jimmy's
Jordan
thing.
knew exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, like what else would it have been? There's nothing else here.
A fish?
A fish? I don't know.
Ice?
How often do meteors crash down into the Earth? I'm pulling a Josh Solo here. Earth experiences roughly 17,000 meteorite falls annually.
Oh,
These are
that's way less than...
Typically small dust-sized particles that burn up in the atmosphere and are often unseen. However, larger objects such as asteroids and comets also impact Earth, but these events are much more rare and less frequent. So what's the difference between like an asteroid or a meteorite? Like how big's an asteroid?
I have no
don't-
idea.
We need an astronomer here. None of us know these things.
Let's get Derek Pitts on the show.
Asteroids are genuinely much larger than meteors. Asteroids can range from a few meters to 100 of kilometers in diameter, while meteors are typically smaller, ranging from grains of sand to boulders. So that was definitely a meteor, not an asteroid. Correct?
Meteorite.
Meteorite.
Which
So
I think
it's
is even
smaller, which is
smaller.
smaller than a meteor. Yeah, because it's smaller than a boulder. A boulder coming down would be bad.
What
Kill someone.
is that like? What's a comet? Is that a boulder?
No, I think a comet is massive.
Okay.
Oh, meteoroids. There's meteoroids and meteorites. Did you know that?
No. And then there's
Meteoroids, these are
asteroids.
smaller space rocks that can be fragments of asteroids or comets. They range in the size from dust particles to boulders. Okay, so that's a meteoroid. A meteorite, if any part of a meteoroid survives the atmospheric entry and lands on Earth, it's called a meteorite.
Okay. So it's a meteoroid.
None of you guys ever took astronomy in like high school or college?
No, I actually didn't.
I didn't, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I always wanted to.
Yeah, that was an option in high school, but
It's always sounded like a
forget
fun
what-
class. I just never
I
like
forget what I took instead.
probably took like puppetry or something like
No, I think I took physics.
which is, not a bad choice.
Yeah.
For science? Oh yeah, because falls under science.
Yeah.
But I feel like physics is so much more necessary than
No, I don't think there was a choice actually.
okay.
I think I had to take physics.
Just making sure.
I think it was senior year. You had a choice in sciences, and I don't know what I took.
Hopefully they get some more information down in Magnolia, New Jersey. Very entertaining story. Thank God no one was hurt.
Yeah.
And now Magnolia is all over the news. So shout out to them down there. And guys, oh my gosh, breaking news. In between stories here, we got a voice note. We got a mailbag from our very own Josh Sobo. Let's hear what he has to say. I'm pretty sure he's flying right now.
Hey, gentlemen, this is your captain speaking from 35,000 feet in the air over Madison, Wisconsin. I tried to call the podcast, but I guess I can't make a phone call, even via Wi-Fi. So just want to check in and say I'm excited to be home. Wish I could be there. Watching the Bob Dylan movie right now on the plane, and it opens by showing Bob Dylan visiting Woody Guthrie at Greystone in Morris Plains, New Jersey. pretty stinking cool. Lots of local sights to be seen in the movie. High recommendation, even though I'm 5 minutes into it. Can't wait to be back in the Garden State. Vancouver is sweet, great city, but there's no place like Jersey. See you boys soon.
Legit. What we said, Josh was gonna say, no place like Jersey. But that's so funny because we were talking about the Bob Dylan movie, then Josh like hits us up about it. Like that's crazy. It was very good to hear from Josh with all like the noise behind him and the plane. It sounded like an actual like pilot was speaking to us in that moment. That's what I envisioned. I'm like, wow, and he said captain. So
Yeah.
he's like reading our minds. Like I don't know, is Josh listening to this somehow? I don't know.
Yeah, the room bugged.
What?
Yeah, the room might be bugged by Josh Sobo. I don't know, but can't wait to have the kid back next week. I hope he had a great time. All right, next story here on the lineup. A big one. There are no more Real ID appointments open in New Jersey, and residents are freaking out all over.
You know what's crazy about this story?
Tell me, Jim.
I got a new license last year. Walked into the DMV, did not have an appointment. I filled out the paperwork, and it was like, regular ID or Real ID? I checked the Real ID box. I got my Real ID.
Well, the thing with your story, Jim, is you did this last year. Real ID starts next month, and that's why we're less than a month until like it goes into effect, and that's why you can't get an appointment because everyone's freaking out trying to get an appointment.
But you know what? They've delayed this how many times now? It's no fault but your own.
I know it's been like 6 years, and that's why I got mine 2 years ago. Like we talked about a few weeks ago with the Real ID Thursdays, which I haven't even heard about it
No, I didn't
since
hear
we
about
did that story. So I don't know if that fell through or like why that's not helping with this whole entire process. But yeah, a lot of people can't get appointments right now for Real ID. They're freaking out. But if you don't have a Real ID, just relax, breathe. No need to be stressed over this situation. It's going to be okay. If you have to fly, just bring your passport. I know not everyone has a passport, but like it's going to be okay. You're going to be able to get an appointment. So let's get into the story and then we can calm everyone down.
Yeah.
Life goes on. It's going to be okay. With the deadline for Real IDs fast approaching, many Americans are struggling to book appointments to obtain the new documentation, especially in the state of New Jersey, the best state. Beginning May 7th, air travelers at domestic airports and people entering some federal buildings must have what's known as Real ID. On Monday in the Garden State, the Department of Motor Vehicles, also known as the DMV, website showed 0 appointments available for Real ID services on its site. Yet there were 13,243 appointments available for non-driver IDs, 34,155 appointments open for transferring driver's licenses from out of state, and 51,809 renewal appointments available online. I love how they gave us the exact numbers.
Yeah, that's very, very specific.
We appreciate that. If a driver's license falls within the renewal period, the person can book a renewal appointment to upgrade to a Real ID. And there are 51,809 appointments available. So I don't know why they can't just take all those appointments and just put them toward Real ID.
Well, it's
Why
typical.
isn't it that simple?
It's government efficiency right there.
It's never easy. It's never easy. Here's a quote. As seen in states across the country, the demand for Real ID now is extraordinarily high ahead of the start of the federal enforcement in May, said NJDMV's automated voice service on Monday. The department says 3,000 new appointments for Real ID upgrades are added each business day starting at 7 a.m. So I guess if you can't find an appointment, get on the site at 7 a.m., refresh it. I don't know, maybe 3,000 appointments might open up and you might get lucky. The upcoming enforcement date is the most relevant for those New Jerseyans who plan to fly domestically in the short term and do not have a form of identification that will meet federal Real ID requirements. The automated voice also said on Monday, the mysterious automated voice of the DMV. As of Monday, the DMV issued 1,381,916 Real ID compliant licenses and IDs. I'm one of them, Jordan.
I just got mine like 3 weeks ago.
And Jimmy?
Say it again?
Yeah, he's one of them too. He's doing a great job taking notes of all my errors. So thank you, Jimmy. You're being a great producer. And yes, we all have our So we're part of the 1.3 million boys.
Yeah.
Just saying. I'm
I have mine.
I'm proud of us. The,
I have my real ID. You knew this already.
the New Jersey Motor Vehicles Commission is processing record numbers of in-person transactions, especially real IDs, and we continue to evaluate our operations and capacity each week, looking to add as many appointments for real ID as possible, the spokesperson said. So, yeah, a lot of people who waited till last minute to get a real ID can't get it now because the appointments are just going like that.
Yeah. I'm happy I did it literally just 3 weeks ago.
I know. I
it was pretty easy to get in.
It wasn't bad for you 3 weeks ago?
No.
Did you do it on a Thursday for Real ID Thursday?
I feel like it actually was a Thursday.
Huh.
I don't remember specifically what day. I think it was a Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Real
that's
ID
why.
Thursday.
So maybe they are putting more like appointments in for Thursday. So here's
wasn't
my advice.
crowded or anything.
If you don't have your Real ID, number one, try to go on a Thursday because a few months ago they said Real ID Thursdays we're going to open up a ton more appointments. So Thursday might be your day. Or like the story here says, the DMV, they add 3,000 new appointments every day at 7 a.m. So check the site, go crazy. Yes, Jimmy.
I have a question for Jordan.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Jordan just said something that I found very interesting. He said that the DMV was not busy. Which DMV do you visit, Jordan?
I went to Rahway.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never had a good experience at Rahway.
That's
Really?
where I go. I go to Rahway.
Yeah.
Where do you? So wait, do you go somewhere else now?
I've been going to this one. I want to. It's off Route 1 by Trenton somewhere. Lawrenceville, maybe.
It's just emptier.
Yeah.
I mean, when I got my Real ID, I went to Washington, New Jersey, and there was like no one there. It was awesome compared to Rahway. It was
Rahway's big.
chill. Yeah,
I'll go to
it's just
there or
our area in Union County is so congested.
I did go get my car inspected at Rahway recently, and it was pretty quick.
Rahway's, yeah, they're very quick
Inspections
with
are
that.
easy,
Yeah.
especially if you go early in the morning.
Yep. I
There's
went as soon
no
as they
one
open
there.
on a Saturday.
That's the way to do it. You don't wait until like midday on a Saturday. That's when
No.
you're going to be waiting.
Yeah.
Rookie mistake right there. So hopefully everyone listening who doesn't have a Real ID and you do plan on flying soon, you're able to get it. But at the worst, fly with your passport just one time. I know it kind of stinks to carry your passport around, but like you're going to have to if you don't have a Real ID, if you want to fly within the country. So, and good luck. Just checking the website every single day. I know it's crazy, but now this is what you have to deal with because you waited till last second.
I have a question though. Maybe you guys can answer it.
Shoot.
What is the difference between the Real ID and a regular license?
It has a star on it.
But why is that like needed?
Wait, are you really asking this after we talked about Real ID like so many times?
No. Like I know that they're different, but I'm saying
It's
why?
just to fly domestically.
But why?
It's an extra level of like you brought one more identification item to
Is that
DMV. I really don't know.
Because like, why could I go right now and use a regular driver's license, and then in a month, like, oh, it's no longer good?
It's not. It's not a real ID. It's a fake.
Is it a
That's
way
what I
to
mean.
just like renew everyone's information?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, so
It
like,
is. It's a mystery. Like I don't know why they're doing this and why they've been trying to push it the past 6 years. Like I thought, like I don't know. I think my license does the job flying
Yeah.
within our country that I didn't need to use my passport with. But like now it's like extra levels of security. I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to up the security of flying.
Yeah.
Also, I don't understand why if a passport is accepted, like why can't I just bring my passport to get a Real ID? Why do I need more?
How many levels of?
I had to
numbers?
bring like a credit card statement. I had to bring like my license. I had to bring passport.
Is that normal? Like for any license though? Don't you need to show all that?
Yeah, I think so. But I'm
So-
saying if I have a passport, which is already means that I had all
And
that
a
information.
current license,
That's what I
too.
mean. Where I'm like, why do I need anything besides
They're
a passport?
trying to gather all our information, Jordan.
Well, I mean, they already have
They
it.
want to refresh the system with brand new information for maybe people they don't have information on. I don't know. I really can't tell you why.
I guess maybe just to see if you changed your address recently.
I'm
you
just
need
saying,
like some kind of
if
mail.
you got that star on your license now, it's some extra levels of swag right there. You look cool.
Oh, yeah,
I
mine
like
looks
to show,
awesome.
I like to showcase the star. It looks really cool.
You want to see mine?
Yeah, I want to see yours. Go,
All right.
go, go. I'll show you mine.
We'll do a little trade.
And Jimmy's license is the coolest because it's CDL.
Yeah, it's green.
I like the green license. Look at that. Whoa.
Oh yeah, yours is good.
You got a good picture, Jordan. I respect the no smile.
I know.
You're not supposed to smile on documents.
I know, but I think they allow you now. And I
Yeah, but still,
I just
like you're not
chose not
supposed
to.
to. All my IDs, I'm dog face in it.
that's a good license.
Yours is a good license.
Appreciate that.
I think I have this for. Holy cow!
What?
No way.
When does it?
Wait, how
expire?
when's your license expire?
Next year?
Oh, guys. Wait, really? Wait, I thought like licenses are like every 5 years. Guys, I got my real ID April 18th, 2023. So, whoa. Today's the 17th. So much, 2 years since I got my real ID. Crazy. But this expires this August.
You got to get a new one already. You're screwed.
Yeah, because it doesn't change.
It expires on my birthday, August 24th, 2025.
That's really short.
Why is it only 2 years?
I don't know.
I think
So you kidding me? I'm going to have to get a real ID?
you're going to have to do it again.
You're probably just renew in the mail, though.
True. Yeah, I'm not going to have to wait like everyone else.
Yeah, because my expiration date didn't change from my last license.
Oh,
and
maybe
getting
that's why.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't
still-
they just do it then?
I'm thinking.
Wow, I'm glad I checked this. I wouldn't have known. It's not every day I'm just looking at the expiration date on my license. I just didn't expect it to be 2 years after I got it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm only going to have this one for a year.
I'm going to have to get a new license in a few months. Great. Good to know. That just made my night. All right, guys. You ready to move on to the next story of the evening?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. This story is very interesting. I have some thoughts here. New Jersey becomes the first state in the country to sue Discord for allegedly failing to protect children.
Good.
Huge story for all the Discord users out there.
Like you.
I use Discord all the time.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
I'm
on like a bunch of different like servers.
Yeah. I use it fairly
never
frequently.
use it.
Really?
No.
Also, like if I play any video games, like I'm on Discord.
Yeah, I feel like anybody that games
Cross-platform gaming, it's
Yeah.
perfect because it's high quality. You're not doing in-game chat. It's
Yeah.
great for that.
Yeah.
But apparently there's a lot of dark things going down on Discord,
Yeah.
which I wasn't aware of until I read this story. And that's why New Jersey is trying to sue them.
Yeah. The New Jersey Attorney General claims Discord's features to keep children under 13 safe from sexual predators and harmful content are inadequate. Discord is facing a new lawsuit from the state of New Jersey, which claims that the chat app is engaged in deceptive and unconscionable business practices that puts its younger users in danger. I feel like there's so many messaging apps, though.
There are. That's why I was going to say, like, yes, Discord might be an issue, but like think about how many other messaging apps that
what I
like
mean.
kids just get on.
Maybe just because
By lying about their age. So I
maybe-
don't know why it's specifically Discord, but there are some like cases here where they'll bring it up in the story.
And it's also probably just one of the biggest ones. So
You can think about how
It's
many
like-
kids are gaming. Everyone's gaming and everyone's on Discord nowadays.
like set a preference,
It's huge.
a precedent. And it says the lawsuit filed on Thursday comes after a multi-year investigation by the New Jersey Office of Attorney General. The AG's office claims it has uncovered evidence that despite Discord's policies to protect young children and teens, the popular messaging app is putting youth at risk. We're the first state in the country to sue Discord, Attorney General Matt Platkin tells Wired. Platkin says there were two catalysts for the investigation. One is personal. A few years ago, a family friend came to Platkin, astonished that his 10-year-old son was able to sign up for Discord, despite the platform forbidding children under 13 from registering. I don't understand how you would stop that, though.
yeah, like
You
like
just fake your birthday.
That's what I mean.
No, everyone does it. That's the
That's
thing.
what I
It's like
mean.
how's a website going to how are other messaging apps preventing a 10-year-old, from signing up?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like unless they're actually asking for like a form of ID,
Is
it's like
that what
there's-
they want it to become
But like
eventually?
no 13-year-old has a form of ID, so it's like how are you gonna confirm
Well, I
that
remember
somebody?
when I was like 10, like signing up for like RuneScape and stuff, where it's
Yeah.
like you got to be 13 or
Even-
16 to play. It's
Yeah.
like no one's gonna know.
Even like Instagram and TikTok, I think you're
Yep.
required to be a certain age.
Yeah.
And it's like I see
There's 8-year-olds on
Yeah,
Instagram,
you
bro.
see, like,
It's terrifying.
a little kid showed up and you're like, what the heck?
So that's what's interesting, yeah. And like I said, every 10-year-old, every 13-year-old is playing video games.
yeah. So
Like they're on Xbox and they're on their PC or PlayStation.
Yeah,
and
so
they see
they're-
Discord. They're gonna sign up to talk to their friends.
Yeah, because all their friends are on it, so it's like they're
Yeah.
all gonna do it. It goes on to say that the second was a mass shooting in Buffalo, in neighboring New York. The perpetrator used Discord as his personal diary in the lead up to the attack and live streamed the carnage directly to the chat and video app. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's terrible.
These companies have consistently, knowingly put profit ahead of the interest and well-being of our children, Platkin says. The AG's office claims in the lawsuit that Discord violated the state's Consumer Fraud Act. The allegations, which were filed on Thursday morning, turn a set of policies adopted by Discord to keep younger children than 13 off the platform and to keep teenagers safe from sexual exploitation and violent content. The lawsuit is just the latest in a growing list of litigation from states against major social media firms, litigation that has thus far proven fairly ineffective. Yeah, I would imagine pretty much all these lawsuits are ineffective. Like,
I mean,
just don't see.
they all got to be the same thing too. It's like, how are you going to actually prevent it? It all comes down to like maybe like talking to parents, being like, "Hey, you got to check what apps your kid's using.
Yeah,
like these are dangerous. Kids are faking their ages. There's really no way to prevent it unless like they're going to start requiring every single app to use an ID."
Yeah,
to prove who you are. But then like fake IDs come into play at that point. It's like at the end of the day, especially if like you're younger than 13 years old, like parents should really be on top of like what their kids are doing online.
Yeah. I mean, there's only so much I feel, things like Discord. I mean, maybe they really are just dropping the ball, but I'm
it's
like
any online game though. Like I remember being 10 years old playing RuneScape, like private messaging random people in the game, like trying to trade with them or stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and my mom freaked out. She's like, "Who are you messaging?" I'm like, "Oh, mom, it's okay. It's in the game. Like you don't understand."
Yeah.
But like I get it. Like it's very easy for a naive little 10-year-old to start getting messaged by like a sexual predator.
Yeah.
And that's when like I think a kid needs to be taught by a parent being like, "You can't be messaging random people. Let me monitor what you're doing online."
Yeah.
So I don't know what this lawsuit, how it's going to fix anything.
I don't know. I mean,
Because like Discord, yeah, I get it. It's one little piece, but like think about how many other messaging apps there are at the end of the day.
Yeah, you just move somewhere else. And it's really, I feel it's just up to the parents to really limit how much
it's got to come down to that because I don't think anything's going to happen from this lawsuit. It's very interesting how New Jersey is the first state in the country to sue Discord.
Yeah.
I would love to know what the average age, actually, no, I guess the average age won't tell us anything because kids are lying about their ages. But there has to be so many 13-year-olds on Discord easily.
Yeah, people under 13, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's really no way to know. Discord responded to Wired's requests for comment after this story was published, writing that the company is proud of their efforts to protect children on their platform and insists they dispute the claims made in the lawsuit. Given our engagement with the Attorney General's office, we were surprised at the announcement today that New Jersey has filed an action against Discord today. The lawsuit lists a half-dozen criminal cases where adults allegedly used Discord to lure and exploit children, including the case of 764, a digital far-right pedophile ring.
Yeah, so there's probably so much going down, and they probably have so many cases, just like a ton of other websites probably do too. There's probably millions of lawsuits all over the world because of things like this, and at the end of the day, like, can you actually stop all of it from happening? Probably not.
Probably not, but if you're a parent, just keep your kid off the internet. Because anytime they have access to the internet, I mean, they can contact other people pretty much. I mean, just most games, like even mobile games, they have like chats and stuff where I'm like...
Yeah, if you're playing like an Xbox game, just like, just use in-game chat, I guess.
Yeah.
Unless like your friend, that's the thing. If you're doing cross-platform, it gets tricky. It's like, how can I talk to my friend? Oh, Discord's the best way to go. Perfect. Maybe a parent is going to sign them up. And I think having a Discord isn't the problem. It's like when your kid starts getting messages from random people. Or but even like I'm on Discord, I've never got like a random message from a stranger.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know.
So I don't know if like these predators are targeting certain kids or like, I don't know how that stuff even works.
They probably embed themselves in the different groups, right? Like they act as a kid.
That's why like a kid, if you're going to be on Discord, I get it. You want to talk to your friends, just have your friend group and that's it. Keep it private. Let no one see your account.
Yeah.
Like parents, just be on top of your kids on Discord.
Yeah.
It's that simple. I don't see this lawsuit going that far, but we'll see what actually happens down the road with Matt Plotkin and Discord in New Jersey.
Yeah.
All right, here's a quick little sad piece coming out of New Jersey and Bernard's this week. I wasn't going to cover it, but I was like, we got to talk about this because everyone was talking about it, and that's what we do here on the Garden State. If it's a big story, we got to talk about it. So we're going to talk about this. New Jersey cops found a dead dog inside a bag of dog food.
This is awful.
On 287 this week. Who's putting dead dogs in
a bag of dog food?
People are honestly like so disturbing, bro. In Bernards, New Jersey State Police are asking for the public's help in finding the persons or a person who left a bag of dog food with a dead dog inside on a major roadway in Somerset County. The police, who are treating this as an animal cruelty investigation, said that on Wednesday, April 16th at approximately 10 a.m., they responded to a report of a suspicious package located on the right shoulder of Route 287 north near milepost 25 in Bernards Township. They discovered a large green retriever brand dog food bag containing the remains of a black canine inside. Detectives believe that the bag was discarded sometime between 10 p.m. on April 15th and 10 a.m. the following morning. Anyone who may have witnessed the incident or have any information is asked to contact the Troop B Somerville Criminal Investigation Office at 908-725-0107. And honestly, that's why I said this was a quick article. That's all we really know about it. Dead dog inside of a bag of dog food.
Wait, but what does it go on to say? It says something about dog fighting.
Oh yeah, they're just saying like how there's similar stories like this with like dogs dying and animal abuse.
Yeah, that's
so not even this story, but yeah, people are just killing dogs, dude. Throwing in a dog bag. But like, why? Like, are you going to do all that and leave it on the side of a highway? Like, are you trying to prove a point? Are you trying to get in trouble?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Like, what's the point? People
like leaving it in,
maybe they're just like that mentally disturbed. They don't even know what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like the worst place to put something like that, unless they wanted somebody to find it.
I know. Like, let me just put this bag of dog food on the side of the highway. No one's going to find it.
Yeah, it's like,
what? Someone's going to grab that. Everyone's driving on 287. It's so easy to see.
Yeah.
It's
somebody
a terrible
cleans
story.
it up at some point.
I know
horrible,
it's a stretch to like do a story like this, but like, yeah, if you have any information, there's like nothing given to us here. But like there was someone driving that day and they saw someone put that bag there. And it could have been in the middle of the night. 287 is pretty quiet, 3 a.m.
Yeah.
So maybe no one saw them.
Yeah, who knows?
I don't know. But yeah, we got to stop these people. There are a lot of sick people out there, and it's really sad. Really awful story. So if you have any information, contact Somerville Criminal Investigation Office. And yeah, let's move on to our last story here of the evening. And we're going back to the gas stations, fellas. Can't avoid the gas stations. This story just came out like half an hour ago. Out of Keyport, New Jersey. Good old Keyport. A Keyport, New Jersey gas station is under fire after drivers have complained over potentially tainted gas.
You know what? This is why we need to pump our own gas, so we could keep an eye on what's going on.
Oh, so you could see.
Yeah, I could take a little sample of it.
Gas sampling.
Yes.
Smart. That's exactly what I
gotta know
do.
if the gas is tainted before, I'll get it.
How are you going to test it?
No, you
I'll
just
get
take a look at it.
A test strip for it.
There's gas testing kits.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So in Keyport, New Jersey, drivers are complaining over potentially tainted gas at a station in Keyport, New Jersey. Several of them say after filling up, their cars broke down. Not good. I feel like we did a story about this like 2 years ago somewhere else. The problem has left those drivers stuck with repairs that are in the thousands. The station in question is the BP gas station on Clark Road, which is right off the parkway. That means drivers from outside the immediate area may have gotten gas there. Not good. Emily Copley says she filled her Honda Civic at the BP location and jumped on the parkway only to sputter to a stop. I went from 60 to 40 in 2 seconds on the parkway, and it's absolutely terrifying, she said. So now the pumps at the station are blocked off. Each nozzle is also marked with condemned red tags. After an investigation by the Office of Weights and Measures, dozens of complaints have been pouring onto social media sites. The Keyport Police Department had taken 10 reports by early afternoon Thursday. BP itself was hearing from drivers reporting that their vehicles broke down after they filled up here, their cars leaving them on the side of the road. I was towed to Tom's River, added Copley. He told me I had 12 gallons of water in my tank.
What?
12 gallons of water, not gasoline.
That's crazy.
BP is said to be working with all those affected. At least one repair has come in at $17,000. The problem all started on April 14th. At 12:19 is the time we got the first call, said Keyport Police Chief Michael Fern. So if you went to the gas station at that time, you should look into it. Fern says it's important for anyone who got the tainted fuel to file with the police department if they want to get their repair cost reimbursed. They need to file a report here so they can get a documented, acknowledged firm, and they can go forward and bring it to BP, contact them. And the word going around currently is water from recent rains may have seeped into the cracked tank and caused the trouble. That will do it.
That
Cracked
much
tank.
water?
Yeah, Jim.
I don't know. I think we got a bigger problem on our hands than just water going in people's gas tanks if we got an underground storage tank with a big enough crack in it to let that much water in.
That means there's probably gas leaking.
We got a big
Where's the
environmental
gas
cleanup.
going?
I don't know.
Big environmental
Someone's taking
cleanup.
it.
That's not good.
We gotta, go after BP for this.
Oh, that stinks, man. Imagine getting water in your, going to get gas and you have like half a tank full of water. Car breaks down. I'd be furious. Furious.
I know people who've put diesel in a gas car. Doesn't work out well.
What happens then?
Your
Does the car break down?
Seizes up, yeah.
And then how do you get it like drained?
They got to drain your whole tank and drain the whole engine.
Like at
and-
a shop?
Yeah.
Dude, that's
You got to get it
brutal.
towed.
Who's getting diesel in their car though, especially in Jersey? A gas station attendant won't allow that.
Exactly.
Unless they're
That's-
filling up their own gas.
There you go.
And they
That's
don't
why
know
you
the
get the
difference.
There you go.
They don't know the difference between the pumps.
There you go.
And that's why they don't want us pumping our own gas. Mm-hmm. It's a crazy
For our
story.
protection.
So if you've been to this BP station in Keyport, definitely keep an eye on your vehicle. If your car's working, good for you. You made it through. But yeah, it sounds like a lot of
maybe
people
drain
are,
your tank just in case.
yeah, maybe check it out.
Siphon it out of
Seems
there.
like a lot of people are dealing with watered tanks right now. And honestly, that's just terrible luck.
Yeah.
The fact that you chose to go to that gas station April 14th and on, and that happened to you, that stinks. It just stinks.
They said it's being investigated by the Office of Weights and Measures.
Yes.
What is that?
The Office of Weights and Measures, you know what that is?
We spoke
No,
about
have you
this
ever-
last time this went down. Jimmy, give us a little word. What's the Office of Weights and Measures again?
The Office of Weights and Measures, also known as the OWM, promotes uniformity in the U.S. weights and measures laws, regulations, and standards, obviously.
What does that mean? What do they do?
Jimmy, that was awesome.
They promote uniformity in the U.S. weights and measures laws.
Weights and Measures.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. What did?
Weights and Measures, sticks and stones, oranges and bananas. Come on. It's all relative.
How many offices are there?
A lot.
And how do you get a job there? I want to work for the Office of Weights and
Secret
Measures.
government.
I would. We need to have somebody on who works there. I would love to know what goes on a daily basis.
We've done so many requests for phone calls from cool jobs that people just don't want to call us about.
This is a cool one though. Like, what
weights
do you do
and
at a,
measures.
You
at a
get to
daily
go
basis?
investigate, this gas incident in Keyport about
Like somebody's
water in
measurements are
people's
off.
gas tanks. Yeah, I'd like to know what else they're investigating. There's probably so many different
You know what
things.
I mean, like,
I have no idea what
I
they
can't
could even be.
think. Do they run like? Well, are they part of the state police or something? Like, do they run the weigh stations? Or
Je ne
something?
sais. I don't know. It's very interesting, but those are all our stories for the week, fellas. Another week of some just glorious New Jersey news.
Oh yeah.
I'm proud to live in this state. I love New Jersey.
You mean that?
I do, yeah.
I love that for you.
The weather's starting to get nice. We're like 38 days from Memorial Day.
It's crazy.
Coming up. It's going to be here tomorrow, boys. I just wanted to get hot. Like, I'm sick. I hope it doesn't go into our fourth winter again after this warm weekend. It better not get cold again. I might actually freak out.
I don't know. I kind of like
It's been
the chilliness.
No, Jordan, it's been way too. You're joking. It's been too cold for too long now. We need spring. We need summer. I want everything to green up. I love finally seeing the trees. The leaves are coming out. Flowers are out. Everything's green again. It's awesome. Best time of the year. And the days are getting longer and longer and longer.
That is nice.
And, the
longer
sunrise
days.
is coming up earlier, which is cool.
Yeah.
Running at 5:45 in the morning is great because you see the sunrise.
Yeah.
And it's not pitch black, but it's still dark.
It's dark. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really nice. I'm enjoying the morning runs. Just trying to stay healthy, boys.
Yeah.
I think
Love
all of
that.
us here could say we're pretty healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all
for the
very
most part.
active. I'm at 13,144 steps on the day. So
Wow.
It's pretty good.
pretty good, I
That's
must
excellent.
say. Probably more steps than you, Jordan.
Oh, let's see about that. Actually, it's definitely more
I
steps.
don't know
Yeah,
what you did
definitely a
today.
bit more than me today.
But I also
I mean,
don't.
what's great is like 8,000 of these steps came before 7 in the morning.
Yeah, I'm so bad today.
And that's the best part about running.
Yeah, I only have 4,000. But to be fair, I played pickleball for a while today, and I don't have my phone or an Apple Watch.
Well, that's why I love this Garmin now. Like there's so many things like golf and stuff. Like I'll keep my phone in the cart or like
Yeah.
in my bag, and so it doesn't track my steps. Now with this, it's like I'm tracking every single step. So
Yeah. So my
Pretty cool
measurement's
tool.
off.
yes, so you
I need the
definitely
Office of Weights and Measures to
you
investigate
need to get
that.
a Garmin Forerunner. That's what you got to get
All right.
because you're gonna start running. And we're
Maybe.
gonna run together.
We'll see.
We'll see. Well, if Jimmy Parks doesn't have anything else to say,
I got nothing else.
okay, then I think we're going to end the podcast here. Thank you, everyone, for listening to The Garden State. Make sure to call into the mailbag. We'd love to hear from you. And until next week, everyone have a beautiful weekend. It's going to be great weather. Go outside. Have an amazing Easter weekend with your friends and your families. And we'll see you next week.
Later.
Was that necessary?
Yeah.
See you later, guys.
See ya.
You're listening to the Garden State. The Dirty Jers.